If you're a gamer or you've ever indulged in such fanciful things, you will know what that means. While I might have lived two lives, I've always aspired to excellence.
Mm.
You might ask yourself, well, what qualifies me to speak to you today? Coaching or being coached. It is a process that is universal. As someone who has been a member of my national trampoline gymnastics team, I know what it takes to succeed. I also know that I do not know everything. So in taking on this journey called life, where before I would have said to you, I was a sportsman, a physical being, a man that spent up to 6 hours a day in a gym, honing my skill. Today, I call myself an entrepreneur, someone who has transformed the way that he does things. At the risk of sounding a little conceited, allow me a little latitude. It is imperative that when you embark on something like entrepreneurship, you admit to yourself first and foremost that you have a long way to go and a lot to learn. I am not a self-made man. I don't believe that there is such a thing. I will say this. I've had many coaches, many mentors. These people that enter your life and add to it in such a way that you can do what you do only better. So what does it take to be successfully coached? Well, there has to exist, first and foremost, a degree of trust and respect. Trust in that that person will do their best. They're not infallible. Might make mistakes along the way. But that is something that you, as a fellow human being, need to accept. The respect part is a respect of what that person brings in terms of experience, in terms of accomplishment. We are all accomplished in one way or another. And it is important to pay that due. Because if you're going to succeed as one who is coached, you need to understand that that person is adding value to you, to your life, to your career. They are more often than not going to be financially reimbursed if, like me, you met your mentor kind of by accident. Yes, there are paid coaches, there are paid mentors that will take you on, but I believe that the motivation differs. Both the motivation of your coach, but also the motivation for you to make the most of what that person offers. So ask yourself this: how can you be better? Now take that answer and go and present it to your coach, to your mentor, and say, that's what I want to be. Help me. I believe that those are two words that are so seldom used in our modern day society. We all seem to think we are an expert because a little piece of paper, a degree, a diploma, or a CV for that matter, says so. I believe that a little bit of humility goes a long way. Humility in the knowing that you do not know it all. Humility in the accepting that maybe, just maybe, your coach might add something which you have been lacking. And perhaps you haven't even taken the time to think in those terms. What have you been lacking? People will surprise you. But it starts and it ends with you. How then will you approach your next session with your coach or your mentor? Will you still see them the same way? I've been fortunate in that many of my coaches have been friends as well. There is a relationship there. And at the end of the day, it is all about relationship. You with your coach, you with your client, you with your mentor. At the end of the day, gratitude counts for a lot, and the word thank you goes a long way. I would like to say this in closing. I've had many coaches, I've had many mentors, and I have appreciated that which they have brought, each and every one, and have told them so. So who will you coach next? Whose life will you change for the better? How will you approach it? Know this, without you, they would not be the same. Madam Toastmaster.
Wow. Please unmute, friends, and give a big round of applause for Will, that inspiring impromptu speech.
Wow.
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 That was great lessons for all of us. In fact, we all think that we are all self-made sometimes at some point of time. But as Will said, nobody is self-made. And we are all sometimes standing on shoulders of giants whom we have met in our journey.